Hello, how is everybody doing today? I am here to share. I have some few projects that I have made as I've had time to, and some of them were made way before things got really hectic on me. But life has just kind of gotten real busy, and crafting is it's kind of like an outlet for me. So I've been trying to do the best I can to make things in small increments, just whenever time permits. But here is one of the cards that I have made here recently, and it is these three little owls, and these are from My Favorite Things. And I cut a little circle with a Sizzix die. The stamping is also from My Favorite Things, and I did notice once I stamped it that I probably could have moved it a tad bit over on this side, but nevertheless, it's still a really pretty card, and it was fun coloring these in with my markers. And then I took a black and white, like a gingham pattern. I don't remember what pad this came from. It's a pad that I got here recently, but I can't remember for the life of me. I have one more piece of it left here that I'm going to use for other cards, but I don't know where it came from. And I wanted to remember, and I just could not for the life of me. But I thought that was a real pretty, clean and simple card that will go out in the mail. And the other day, as I was looking for another paper that I was looking for, a document, I found a box of cards that I had made quite a while back that I had not mailed out yet. So those will be in the mail to some pen friends here in the very near future, since they're already made. Then this was a real nice, clean and simple card that I've made here recently. It's just cut out like a ticket, put a little flower on it, stamped big hugs on it, and used some washi tape down here. And this washi tape I used here is from the Dollar Tree. And something else I had noticed here recently too is that I have a lot of stash that I've accumulated, or built up my stash over time. And I've gone back to watch videos, and I have not. There's just so much that I want to use that I have not gotten to yet. And here's this pattern again. I used it down here, a little piece of that paper. And these Easter eggs, I colored them in, and these were very, very relaxing to color. And it took me a little bit of time, but I enjoyed the process, and it was a lot of fun. And I will be sending this out to a pen friend here too. Part of my letter starts in here, and then I continue it on stationery. And then I did stamp created by Crafty on 15. So I've got some stamps that are like this. They're not personalized with my name on them, but they've got created by, handmade by, and then just take a thin point pen and I just write my name in there like that. So I could have decorated it with a little flower or some kind of small stamp, but I just left it like that. It's clean and very simple, but lots of fun to complete. And this one is one that I made for Easter, which of course did not get sent out. So this one is just going to have to stay in my stash till next year. I took the time to color it all in. And these are some pre-stamped watercolor pages from Simon Says Stamp. They had those this year, and some of them say spring and stuff, but there's a couple of them that said Easter. And I was hoping to finish them in time and be able to mail them out, but life got busy, and it will stay for the next time and go around. And then this is a little llama card, and I got this particular stamp from Dare to Be Artsy, and I colored her in browns and greens, and I used this dark red paper here and a banner. I think it's called a fishtail banner, from My Favorite Things, to color put the llama on. And I don't think I've, oh, I did put something on the inside of this one. It says, always be yourself. Unless you can be an alpaca, then always be an alpaca. So that's the little alpaca there, from Dare to be Artsy. Cute little stamp. And I don't think I put created by on this one. No, I didn't. I haven't stamped that one in the back. But I've started to stamp most of my cards with the made by, and then just signing my name in the back. Then I have this card called Thinking of You with these succulents. And I took the time to color those in. Those were lots of fun to color. Excuse me. Most of these have taken me quite a while to complete, but they've been very relaxing when I've had those few moments of time to just color away. And then this one is one of the spring ones, and took the time to color those in. Really, really, really nice. I really enjoyed coloring those. And I have not finished the inside of this one yet, nor personalized it in the back. But it was really fun to color these flowers in the front. And I think I used colored pencils for those. Yes, definitely colored pencils. And my coloring is nothing to write home about. It's just very basic, but it's just so enjoyable for me. And I like to add those with my letters. And this one says, goodbye winter, so long snow. It's time to watch the flowers grow. Very, very nice. I really enjoyed coloring that one too. And that one will go out in some snail mail here in the near future. Talking about the flowers growing today, when I went out to my car, you have to excuse me, my allergies are getting the best of me, but it's really kind of windy out there. But when we went out for an errand today, it wasn't very windy at one point, and there was a huge wasp, I kid you not, about this big, that flew and landed inside my door, where you put the cups on the inside of the door and stuff, and it just scared the living daylights out of me. And I ran back into the house with all my stuff in my hand, because I was not going to go in the car with that huge wasp just sitting there, and went and got the can of bug spray, because I was determined to get in my vehicle. But when I went back and I started walking toward the car, it flew away. So no more wasp. Got in my vehicle, left, took the can of spray with me, because definitely, I guess it's getting warmer now, finally getting warmer, but unfortunately the spiders and the wasp and all the critters that we have out here in the country are part of our life again. And I'm sure there are plenty of those not in the country. I'm sure there's plenty of them in the city, but just out here in the country we see lots and lots of them. So that's the only bad part of spring, is all the bugs come back. But nevertheless, the flowers are pretty, and I enjoy coloring them. They remind me of nice, pretty spring days. And I'm not sure if I've shared some of these before. I don't think I've shared any of these before. But I got this chicken stamp, and I colored in these chickens. And it says, don't let life ruffle your feathers. I probably made this card when life was ruffling my feathers quite a bit here recently, and it was just very relaxing for me to color. And this one says, hey chick, and I have not personalized it in the back, but coloring isn't the best there, but I just thought I just wanted them to be kind of colorful, and I didn't want them just to be kind of blah, so added those fun colors to it. And then last but not least, I found these little tags that I had purchased, I think it was last spring at Target. It might have been the spring before. And they had these cute little tulips in the bottom of them, little flowers. So I just put some stickers on them and decorate them real pretty as best I could, kind of on the fly. And what I am going to do is I am going to write some motivational sayings on the flip side of the card because I've been practicing my handwriting, trying to see if I can make it nicer by taking my time and not being in a hurry when I write. So I'm going to write some motivational little sayings in the back and put them in with my letters and my mail that I send out. So those finally got used up. There's plenty of items like this that I have that that I just have to make the time to put together, simple as this, and just put them in the mail and send them off to pen friends and whatnot. And it's incredible because my snail mail friends will send me things, and sometimes it just gets away from me and I don't remember to put all these things. But I think I've changed the position of my tables now to where I don't have to get up as much to go get the things that I want to add in my letters. So I kind of changed my craft room a little bit, and hopefully I will remember to add these things to my my mail. And just on the side note, I got this doily die the other day, and I cut a doily out of it. This is the back side, which is the white side of the paper, but this is the front side, and I think I am going to use the back side of this doily. I am going to put it on a card, and I am going to put a stamp or a sentiment right here in the middle. I like the way the openings, little holes look on this side more than they do on this side because of the busyness of the paper that I cut it on. So when I finally cut it and I looked at it this way, I thought it was prettier. So I will be using that in an upcoming card. But anyhow, I have plenty of stamps that I want to use, and I'm hoping to be able to, what I do is as I use the stamps, I add them to my Evernote log. It's a program where I put them in by number, I catalog them by number, and that way I know that I've used that stamp at least once, if not more than once. And I've put it in I've given it a number, and whatever stamp is not in that catalog log of mine, then that stamp has not been used yet, or either that or I got it before I started doing the Evernote thing. But helps keep me mindful of using the stamps that I've acquired. And these videos are mostly mainly for that, for as a way to share them with others, the products that I do like and that catch my attention, and also so that I can go back, watch the video, and remind myself of items that I have purchased that I need and would like to use. And I also take pictures of some of the items that I purchased, and I'll take pictures of these cards, and I will put those on my blog. And that way I can go back and look through my blog and see the cards that I have made and the cards that I still need to send out. So that's another place where you can go and you can view some of the items that I show, and in a non-film, non-video format, and that way you can take your time and browse through them and look at more of the details of the items that I've created. And the blog is kind of like a reminder for myself to memory jogger for me to remember to use some of the supplies that I have acquired over time. Anyhow, that is all I have for my project share today. Plenty of cards that I've been putting together, and I will be back later to share more projects. I will see you all later. Bye now.